Hi, I'm Dana Whitney. I work at EA, and today we're here at EA Canada, where I'll be showing you some of our best sports titles and give you a look at how they're made. Follow me.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
There's no doubt about it. There's a huge bar that you have to reach when you work for an EA sports game because, Madden's out there and they get such great ratings that, you want to equal that and you want to even do better than that.
To make games here at EA Sports, it's tough. I mean, the company tends to drive for perfection and being a leader in whichever field you're in. For me, it's football. But I think the great thing is we've got some of the best people in the industry working here.
Well, this is a very demanding company in general because the bar has been set by so many other great games. So the pressure's on us to reach that, to reach the same level as those other big games.
It's awesome. I mean, it's probably the best job I've ever had in my career. I've been with EA now for 4 years, and I wouldn't give it up for anything. It's been a fantastic job.
I think there's always some competition in-house. We always want to be Sports Game of the Year or come up with the innovation of the year, but it's healthy competition. I know some of the gameplay producers on the other titles, and we bat ideas back and forth all the time. So it's good. It's good for the whole studio.
Not only is there healthy competition, but you can also share technologies and talk to the other producers and come up with ideas together. And it's not just every team is on their own. It's because there's so many games made here, you can interact with all the other teams and all the other producers, and that really helps all the games get better.
I guess it's down to the passion that the people have with it. Any game that doesn't improve, all we need to do is look at the team, and you can see that they're flagging. They haven't got the passion anymore to move that forward. And to be honest, we're still scratching the surface. And every time a company brings out a new console or a new piece of hardware that we can work with, then we can move it even further.
So we don't want to just be the best hockey game out there. We want to be the best sports game within EA. So we're also battling and designing with the top guys from the NBAs, the Maddens of the worlds, and the FIFAs.
We ourselves expect to go for the bigger and better and faster, better graphics, high resolutions, more colors, better sound, a better environment overall. So it's the way we're built. We look to strive to better ourselves year on year.
Well, growing up, I think almost every guy that I knew played EA Sports games, and everyone played the hockey and played the football. And so I always wanted to get into video games, and what better company than Electronic Arts? And for me, it was always about EA Sports, and I played it with my friends all the time. So when I finally got an opportunity to work for EA, it was basically a dream come true, working for the games that I played for all these years.
Hi, my name is Kerry McGaffney, Associate Producer for the NHL, and this is how we start the process of producing an NHL game.
Greetings, this is Jim Houston with Greg Simpson. Greg, what are the keys to this game?
As soon as 2003 was finished and to the manufacturers and ready to be shipped, the producers sit down the next day, basically. Hopefully you can get a little bit of a vacation in there in between games, but you have to sit down basically as soon as possible and start designing for the 2004.
EA Sports, it's in the game.
We actually had a lot of the design done during the 2003, during the making of 2003.
So as a production team, we sit down in a think tank, more or less, and we go through, okay, what did we do well in 2003? What do we want to expand on? So we come up with a whole bunch of ideas for gameplay. We come up with 20 to 30 things that we want to add to the game.
One of the greatest sports games of all time was NHL '94. And you hear it all the time, you see it in magazines, and it's not only the best hockey game ever made, but it's one of the best sports games in general. So for NHL 2004, we finally decided, look, let's have them stop talking about NHL '94 and get them talking about NHL 2004.
We're ready to give you complete play-by-play and analysis of what promises to be quite a match.
So after 2003, we sat down as a team and we all said, what did we think about the game internally? And a lot of us thought it was not an authentic hockey simulation. And so we sat down and we changed our gameplay totally, getting it to an authentic hockey simulation. And it was because of the fans said that, it was because the reviewers said that, and it was because internally we said that.
There's been a lot of changes, so let's check them out.
We go back and we start prioritizing the features that we really think are going to be the biggest bang for the buck and what our fans want. So we'll pare it down. And we'll get more specific, but then we'll get more into the quality of that feature.
You need a clear plan of where you're going to go, because if you wait too long on what your clear plan is, of the direction you want to go, the features you want to go, you'll never get any programming done.
We're usually 2 years advanced in our cycles, so we're always thinking ahead of the game because you only have a small window of actual development time. We only have about 6 months to actually make NHL 2004.
I mean, it's hockey, and the challenging task is coming up with really cool new features and really cool new gameplay elements to give people who've played our game for so many years, you know, a new challenge and just great new features for them to say, I'm going to buy this game again. You know, each year they're buying the same game, so what can we put in it to make them want to buy that game and make them have as much fun as possible for this new year?
Chelios scores!